All right, guys, it's Paul Singh, the Market Speculator, with the trade report for Wednesday, January 18th, 2017. SPY pulled back in here, closing below the 9. So key level, we're set to pop a little bit this morning. If we look at the pre-market, up 0.21, NASDAQ 0.24, and Russell 0.4, which is significant considering yesterday. And then crude set to pull back in here, 1.7%, gold flat. Going back to the indexes here, SPY down 0.35 yesterday, IWM down 1.36, and a lot of this was because of the banks, and we'll talk about that in a second. This does help our IWM short, and the Qs pulled back in here 0.3%, still looking very strong. Let's hit some of the other sectors. A lot of these we're in. Biotech pulled back in here. Here's IBB, and then if we look at LABU, our current position here, still holding the candle that we've got our stop placed under, and we're set to pop a little bit this morning, which hopefully we get the continuation from. The pattern is still intact there for LABU. Now banks here, XLF, got hit really hard below this range here. Now let's go to our position here with FAS. Entry was around 42. We're at 40.65. For FAS, I have my stop here under this range, right around 40. And when I usually say 40, I'm usually going to place it a little below that. I don't like to have it set right on the round number because that's where a lot of people have their stops. But we're set to pop a little bit this morning. So we'll see intraday. Does that fail or continue here? Oil had a strong day yesterday, especially intraday before closing a little lower here, and now we're set to pull back still away from our stop. And tomorrow will be key when we get the oil inventories numbers in for oil, semiconductors pulling back here, Russia pulling back, and EWZ. We want to see pullbacks in this area with Russia and EWZ so we can establish positions. EWZ still showing strength. If it were to cross over this high that it's established here, we could consider entering their current positions. UWT related to oil here, we've still got a ways for our stop, about 2 points before we would hit a stop. So I don't think we're in much danger of that today. LABU stop is under this range, and we're set to open around 38, so we'd have to pull back in about 3 points there. Play, again, I'm considering getting out. Stop is in the mid 53s, but I may get out early if it continues to slide. NVIDIA is pulling back with semiconductors at 101. Stop is at 98. And WLB stop is in the upper 16s. We're at 1711, and we're testing the moving average. So we're at a key level. Again, SOX XS moving nicely for our position there, and then TZA, which we've been using as a hedge, is right back up at our entry level. 3 new stocks on our focus list: ACHC, medical care, consolidating nicely after potentially bottoming, and we've got another one in medical care with CYH, which is also bottoming and looking nice and is into the gap range here. So a little bit of a pullback, and we could enter there. And then Brazilian bank made a big move with Brazil, and we'd want to see a break of 1150, and we have a high here of 1238. And then finally, potentially, if the slide continues in banks, we could potentially short something like Goldman Sachs, or even flip FAS and take FAZ. So that's it for the trade report today. I'll see you guys either later today or tomorrow morning.